part of this party crowd going out every Saturday, and then part of me wants to be this mature feminine lady. Good morning, darlings, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Farrah and it's lovely to meet you. Welcome to this channel called Beyond the Female. Today I wanted to kind of make this like a different type of video. I always get told that I'm very mature for my age. I'm 19 years old and I've always been a very mature girl. But I'm more talking about like in school and in college as well. I guess people have always looked at me as being the very mature one of the group. I kind of just wanted to talk about this topic because I think it's so interesting, and especially if you're young like me, talking about my kind of childhood, if you want to say. So there was this time where everybody was trying things in my school. It was around 13 years old, and there was like two sides to me at that point where I realised that I'm very mature for my age. So around 13 years old, I had a job. I was working in the hairdressers, and I feel like that was my biggest influence to why I feel very mature now, and for when I was 13 years old as well. I had a little Saturday job. I was always around older people because working in hairdressers, you're always around older people, and you're always associated around older conversations. So I grew up pretty fast, like 13 years old, 14, I feel like I was very mature. And a lot of people, if you know me, especially like in school and you know how I am, you would say the same. You would say I was very mature. I was a bit too mature sometimes because I never wanted to do anything. I'm happy about that. Like, I do own it, and I'm very happy the fact that I never really went to that crowd. I never associated myself with that type of crowd. And especially when I was younger, I did feel like I was missing out. And it did used to get me down when I was younger. Now, I look at it as a positive. I don't really see it as a negative, whereas when I was younger, I was thinking it was the end of the world. But yeah, that was kind of like when I was like 13 to 14. Around 15 years old, I feel like I started to want to try new things. I just kind of wanted to be like my friends, and my friends were the type of people who were trying new stuff, were always going out drinking, and you know, I never experienced that, and it was hard as well. I do feel like I didn't have very close friends, as I don't know if I feel like I would have had close friends if I always went out drinking, to be honest. But in my mind, I felt like if I always went out drinking, then I'd have more closer friends. It was hard because, you know, I'd go back to school and my friends would be able to talk about things, the fact that they got drunk. I feel like I missed out. And then it got to a point where we were just like in our last years of school, going into college. That point in my life, I was just wanting to try everything. I had this kind of like, it was like this built up steam that needed to be released. So it just kind of blew. As soon as I got into college, yeah, going to parties, trying new things, which isn't actually a bad thing. However, I begin to realise that that is not the person who I am, and although I try very hard to kind of be this party kind of girl, it's just not happening, and it's just not who I am. When I say try everything, I just mean like partying, smoking. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, to be honest. It's just basically me rambling, and I hope that somebody out there feels the same way. And I just thought this kind of really ties into a lot of girls out there who want to be this feminine, mature lady. And it's so hard to kind of let go of the whole party scene and what society tells you. So if you're kind of like a young person out there that's watching this, don't get so caught up in the moment. It's so hard because obviously with society today, you constantly think that you need to be partying to kind of make friends, or you need to be in that kind of crowd, and you need to do certain things to get friends. I do thank myself for being that way. Although I don't really have many friends, and you know, I don't really drink all the time, it's not a bad thing. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it, I was working from a very young age, and as well, it's taught me a lot about who I am and what I want to become when I'm older. Don't let it get you down, even if you feel like the world is ending. Because I know I certainly did when I was younger. It's just a very confusing time in your life, because if you're around young people who never had jobs, never really did anything when they were younger, and you're the only person that had a job and was earning money, it's very hard, because your friends do look at you different, and I felt like they did with me. I felt like I did miss out on a lot, but I feel like I did have a lot in some ways. Like when my friends never had money, I always had money. Although it's a very weird time, it does work out in your own benefits in some ways. And you know, I just kind of wanted to put this video out there for anybody that's feeling this way, because I feel like I've grown up with a complete opposite. I've grown up where I didn't really ever go to parties. Now that I am, you know, I'm old enough to kind of make my own decisions, really, it's weird because I don't choose that life, but it doesn't mean to say that I don't want to be a part of it. Any young girls that's feeling this type of way where they feel like they're gonna miss out, you're not a part of this party crowd going out every Saturday, and then part of me wants to be this mature feminine lady that just wants to grow as a person. So I'm gonna end this video here. Again, I'm really sorry if this video didn't really make sense, or I don't know if you will even get anything out of this video. But I just wanted to put this video out there for anybody who feels too mature for their age and have felt like that in their past. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Join the feminine family. Hit the red subscribe button down below and share your beautiful comments with me. I love reading them. Thank you for watching.